Hi everyone, Mrs. Gonzalez is here with you today along with
Mrs. McPhail.
Here's our objective. I can interpret data from frequency tables and line plots. Frequency tables. Below you see a picture of a frequency table, and they have both tallies as well as numbers. The one thing that they all have in common, if you look down below, there's a number 1, is that a frequency table counts how often something occurs. That means how much it happens. And number 2, it uses tallies and or numbers. Here is a favorite color survey, and this was done by Mr. Nutty.
Oh, Mr. Nutty. So Mr. Nutty did some work for us, Mrs. Gonzalez, and he was so happy about this. And he went and surveyed all of his squirrel friends and asked them, what's your favorite color, guys? And since obviously you and I don't speak squirrel, Mrs. Gonzalez.
No, we don't.
Yeah, he interpreted it for us and put it into this nice frequency table. So here's the results. He said that 3 of his squirrel friends, there's 3 tallies here, 1, 2, 3. 3 of them responded that their favorite color is red. So Mrs. Gonzalez, that means that the frequency of squirrels that said that their favorite color is red is 3 because there's 3 tally marks.
Okay, so that happened 3 different times that a squirrel said red.
Absolutely, 3 different times.
Okay.
So Mrs. Gonzalez, how many times did a squirrel say that blue was their favorite color?
4 times, and blue is my most favorite color too.
Well, next time he should ask you.
He should.
Let's see. 5 times a squirrel said green was their favorite color. And Mr. Nutty, you didn't ask me either because that's my favorite color. Pink, 1 squirrel said 1 time. 2 squirrels said that they liked yellow. And 2 times squirrels said orange. And then, oh my goodness, Mr. Nutty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squirrels.
What? That's the mode. 12 squirrels like brown. You know what? I think I figured out why they all like brown.
Why?
Because acorns are brown.
Oh, and maybe they're brown too?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Super popular color. All right, so line plots are next. And a line plot, this is a picture of one right here. And the features are it counts how often something occurs. And it counts with vertical tallies or X's. So vertical meaning going up and down. And here it shows the vertical X's. So for example, you can see that, for example, whatever the 1 means, maybe 1 being their favorite number, it happened 3 times that someone said that 1 was their favorite number. So that's a line plot.
And I think I remember a vocabulary word. How often something occurs, that's frequency, isn't it?
That's frequency.
All right, so we can use line plots to show frequencies.
We're actually, Ms. Gonzalez, going to go ahead and make our own line plot using Mr. Nutty's data from his favorite color survey.
Great idea. Then we can organize it and read it a little bit better.
Absolutely. So when we go ahead and make a line plot, we have to first, let's make up a name for it. So we're going to call it, what do you think? Favorite colors, right?
That would make sense.
So we'll just write fave colors.
Even better, that has personality.
Yeah, like Mr. Nutty. And then on our x-axis down here, or the line that goes horizontal, we have hash marks here. And these are going to be our intervals where we're going to space out our data. So let's go ahead and start with our first color here. We're going to write the color red down by the first interval, or the first line right here. All right. So Mrs. Gonzalez, the frequency of squirrels responding that red was their favorite color was how many?
Was 3.
That's right. Our tally was 3. Our frequency was here. So with our line plots, we're going to put X's up here.
Oh, right on top of the word red.
Right on top of the word red. And we're going to put 3 of them because it occurred or happened 3 times.
I'm noticing you're stacking them really neatly on top of each other too.
I'm trying to. In a graph, you want things to be nice and neat. So we're going to go ahead and do blue next because red is done, and I'm going to scoop blue right next to it. Trying to be really neat again. So what was the frequency for blue?
I need to look back up at my chart, and It looks like from the data there were 4 tallies and frequency number of 4.
Good job. So 4 times a squirrel responded that blue was his or her favorite color. Now, I'm trying to space these out So they're equal looking across, Mrs. Gonzalez. And you can see it's a little tricky sometimes.
Yeah, because 3 should be even with a 3 from the red, and then you have 1 more than that.
You're absolutely right. So it can be a little tricky.
Neatness is important when you're making a graph.
Neatness is totally important. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at green.
Looks like there were 5. Oh, you're still writing it down. I didn't notice that.
That's
Sorry.
okay. No worries.
So 5 squirrels liked green.
So 1, trying again to line up really carefully with my other X's. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it turns out to be a nice visual. You can really see what turned out to be more popular. Because the taller or more vertical your responses are, the more popular it is. All right, let's go on. Let's do pink. How many like pink? Or what was the frequency?
That's going to be an easy one for you. Only 1.
Just 1, you're right. That's supposed to be a K, by the way. So 1, all right, and yellow is next. And yellow, ooh, my goodness. Sorry, Mr. Nutty. Sorry, Miss Gonzalez. My handwriting's really sloppy right now.
That's all right. You fixed it. 2 people liked, or squirrels, sorry, not people.
Maybe they want to be
yellow.
people. Maybe they want to be people.
Maybe.
So 2, trying really hard again to keep that nice evenly spaced. Next one is orange. I'm going to write slanted a little here. That's kind of a longer word.
It is.
And orange, we had, looking at our graph, 2 occasions where a squirrel said, "Hey, Mr. Nutty, orange is my favorite color." Notice how I'm lining it right up over where that name of the response is. And finally, brown.
Oh, Mrs. McPhail, you're going to need a lot of X's. 12 squirrels liked brown.
Well, here we go. Mr. Nutty, why couldn't you have picked a different color to ask squirrels?
Mr. Nutty's awfully quiet. I don't think he heard you ask that.
Because he feels bad about this right now.
Do that.
We'd still be here. All right, I have all 12 written down now. So you can see by far what was the most favorite squirrel color choice, Mrs. Gonzalez.
It was brown, and that's also called the mode. The mode is 12.
The mode is the most popular, you're right. So that occurred the most often. Very good. All right, friends, that's all we have for today. Your objective was to interpret data from frequency tables and line plots. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Let's take another survey with Mr. Nutty next time, and let's make sure that he includes us in on it.
Fantastic.
See you guys later.
Bye.